Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2024 ski test. Got a new one for you today. This is a Rossignol Sender Free 110. Kind of mixes between their Black Ops 98 118 and the Rossignol Sender 106 Ti. So really interesting new option here, kind of the next ski up in terms of width from that Sender 106 Ti Plus. But also borrows some of that free ride, freestyle capabilities from the Black Ops 118. So it kind of meets them in the middle a little bit, ends up being this Sender Free 110. And we had an absolute blast on this ski this past year. Ended up getting it on at least one really good snow day. So we were able to kind of experiment with it in the woods, in other tight zones. On the trails. Trails don't stay too snowy around here for too long in Vermont, but what we got was pretty good, and then had it out a couple more days and just kind of softer overall days, but nothing deep like the first couple times. But we were overall really impressed with how this ski kind of blends that free ride capability with the more kind of sturdy all mountain nature of those Senders, the Sender 106 Ti, excuse me. But really cool new ski. We are built with a poplar wood core. There is a Titanal beam underfoot here, so right under the binding zone, we do get that metal laminate. We get damp tech under the ski as well, so just a nice layer of vibration damping material. Keeps the ski really smooth and quiet for sure. And then we get their carbon alloy matrix. So they're putting that carbon stringer in that cross-hatched form along the whole ski. Really just boosts the stiffness of it and makes it really responsive and very precise. So for this width, that goes a long way in making this thing feel like a more energetic and more poppy ski for sure. And then we get air tip in the front of the ski, and that's going to lighten the weight, make it a better floater. That's pretty proven technology for Rossignol here. So putting it into Sender Free 110 makes a lot of sense, as it kind of makes it feel a little bit more floaty, just lighter overall, gives it that more playful and kind of creative feel to it. But it ends up being, kind of on the stiff side, which I think is good for a ski like this. This is the 191, this is the big one. But you can feel that carbon alloy matrix really kind of fire up when you bend it, and it just gives great feedback on the back end as well. So, some good new construction techniques in here. And then the shape is kind of where we see more of that blend between Black Ops and Sender. So much more of that twin tip style. I think that makes a lot of sense once you get into this 110 zone. You're looking for that more like multi-directional acumen out of the ski versus that more directional like we see in that Sender 106. But still nice positive camber underfoot, like actually quite a bit. And given the stiffness of the ski, it makes a lot of sense as to why this thing feels so energetic. And then we get pretty long tip rocker in here, starts right about here. Nothing crazy with the splay, more progressive than anything radical, so really gives it that smooth, floaty nature. And that same theory pretty much follows through to the tail. Long rocker, not a crazy amount of splay, but certainly enough, giving this thing that playful tail, opens up the freestyle world, opens up some tricks, some switch skiing, stuff like that. So I think that that's really useful in the back end of the ski for sure. 22 meter turn radius in this one. The shorter ski is going to have that shorter arc, but overall, thing likes to turn. Even when we had it in tighter trees here, it did pretty well. It was actually really maneuverable. I think the air tip had a lot to do with it, and then just the fact that there's a relatively shorter running length makes this thing feel like it's pretty agile even in tighter spots. It's not the lightest ski, nor is it narrow enough to really be considered agile, but for its width and its build, it actually does quite well. So we were excited to get on it here in Vermont. I think wider open spaces, snowier zones, especially on the feet of advanced and expert skiers that know how to let it run and kind of rein it back in at the same time. think those skiers are going to find a lot to like about this Sender Free 110. Not a whole lot in that 110 range that really compares it in terms of technology, sophistication, and kind of a blend of different attributes. So make sure you check out this all-new 2024 Rossignol Sender Free 110 here at skiessentials.com, and we will see you out there on the hill. Bye.